Hey up, me old mate.
Oh, cool, blimey, me old muckers. Welcome to the woods.
The woods of the old Toony gems.
The old Toony gems. Oh,
fella.
cool, blimey, governor.
Oh.
There's that a tree.
I think it is me old pal, me old fella.
Cool, blimey.
Oh.
Me old mucker.
Oh.
I thought it were a shrub.
Oh, chuff that, mate.
Toon jam. Toon jam. Hello and welcome to Toon Jam. I'm Matt.
And I'm J-Man.
And today we are talking about the animals of Farthing Wood. Maybe you remember it, maybe you don't. But here's a little info anyway. The Animals of Farthing Wood is a British-French animated series commissioned by the European Broadcasting Union between 1992 and 1995. It's based on a series of books written by the English author Colin Dan.
Two first names.
There were 3 seasons, 39 episodes, and on October the 3rd, 2016, they made them all available on a DVD box set.
Oh.
So you two at home can watch every episode of Animals of Farthing Wood.
There you go.
For the first time ever released on one platform rather than just several VHS tapes.
Yeah, like one episode per time.
Yeah.
That's it. Get yourself down to HMV if there still exists one in your town.
Yeah. And pick up Animals of Farthing Wood. It's essentially the story of some animals that lived in a wood and then they started building houses there, so they have to make their way to a nature
reserve. Yeah.
So that's the basic info on Animals of Farthing Wood. So let's quickly go into our memories. Okay, so I take it you do remember this.
I do. Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah. It's quite vivid. I remember being quite young and it being very because it's quite serious.
Yeah, when we must have been like 6 or 7.
Yeah. And I remember the logo. You know, like it's like the moment in the intro where the fox kind of puts his paw up a little bit.
Yeah,
and you're like he just kind
poses for the freeze frame
for the cliff edge,
and the animals all sort of come around him.
That's it, just so you can see their perfect silhouette of what animal they are. I'm sure we used to get like books at school, like
like I said, it's based on books. So.
Yeah, so I think and like the book club came around or whatever.
Like
I'm sure they were always like quite.
I remember it was popular, but it was like not on a different scale.
Yeah.
Like it was more like the well talked about water cooler show of being 5.
Yeah, that's right.
Like you weren't like obsessing over it, but you were like, yes, did you watch this week's Farthing?
Yeah,
it was fantastic. Yes, they did it with the swimming pool today. Unbelievable. So like,
I didn't see it coming.
Yes, absolutely. Anyway, that being said, I did have a toy of the fox.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I do remember that.
That's quite cool. Was he in the pose?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Really?
And he didn't move. It was just like one of them solid toys.
Oh yeah.
And just like you just sort of moved him about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That was the only one I had.
Yeah.
Not really sure why. I don't remember getting it. I just knew I had it.
Yeah.
So, Animals of Farthing Wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember it. Remember it well.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine some of our overseas listeners won't know it at all.
No, because it's so
this is fresh for you.
Yeah. It's British French. So.
British French, yeah. I think it was released across Europe, but not outside of Europe.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, well, I imagine most of them would find a lot of the language and accents quite perplexing.
Oh, yeah.
Very heavily British, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of the accents they're all from different areas of the UK. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, if you're interested, it is available on DVD.
Yeah, that's it.
I imagine you have to
No
have a
rewind.
region-free DVD player, but most Blu-rays are now.
That's true, yeah. And little trick is to search online for the model and make of your DVD player, and there's usually a little code you can put in to make it region free. So
there you go.
The factory resettings, but you did hear it from me. All right.
Oi, oi. Ooh. Okay. So that's our memories, and now, shall we go through our playthrough?
The playthrough.
Rewind. Playthrough.
So we watched episode 2 of Animals of Farthing.
Episode 2, yeah, I forgot to mention that. Very sorry about that.
Which is
The Journey Begins.
The Journey Begins, which you'd think that would be the title of episode 1.
I suppose episode 1's like a prologue, isn't it? It's like your home is destroyed. Something like, I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's like
terrifying.
Enter humans.
Yeah,
and then this is the journey begins. Like maybe the literal journey.
Yeah, because this is them actually setting off on a journey, which I remember. This is mainly what they do in the show. They're constantly just moving from one place to the next. And so in this one, they're getting their act together. We see them trying to organise themselves. Fox and Badger are usually quite prominent characters in it.
Yeah.
They're sort of leading people. They're quite a sort of annoying bunch to organise because
none of them get on, but they've had a truce, haven't they?
Yeah,
they've had a truce so that they agree to get on while they're travelling to the nature reserve.
That's
so
right.
Made a truce,
so it's very sort of fragile.
People that don't get on. There's the snake. There's the weasel.
Yeah.
There's the mole who's just really pathetic.
Yeah. There's like the pheasant who seems to have some sort of issue with.
He's very abusive to his wife.
Yeah, that's quite intense. But so it's mainly Fox's task to try and get rid of
He's
all of that.
He's the leader, isn't he?
And get everyone
elected leader.
He must have done some good stuff back in the day because he's now the
cunning.
top guy. Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, he's also like the biggest one.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Yeah, and so he basically gathers all of them together for a little. To try and get them all in the same area so they can head off together and essentially march their way down to the new place. And a lot of this episode is just trying to gather people. Mole has some sort of issue where he overhears Ada and then his morale just drops through the floor. He is not happy.
Because the snake is like a major knobhead.
Yeah.
She's just like moaning all the time. Oh, God, he's so slow. Let's just leave him behind. And he hears it and he's like,
just goes into a deep depression.
I don't even taste good. He starts moaning about that.
A weird thing.
Yeah.
So Badger's got to go and sort him out. Meanwhile, the rest of them are sort of just about got themselves ready. When they collectively all get back up together, their first hurdle is a road. There's a road.
Yeah, and it's quite a chunk of it, isn't it? It's crossing this road.
Yeah, which you'd think that's not really anything, but then you do start to feel it from an animal's perspective.
Present, isn't it? Yeah, you're like, oh.
You think, think how many things you see just smashed up on the road. It's not cool. And this bit's quite intense, really. There's a lot of...
Because they've got to get fewer and they organise it into 3 groups, don't they? And they do one group at a time. It's quite well organised.
It is, yeah. For saying that they couldn't get them all together. There we go. Now they've suddenly got it under... and so... it's kind of weird. So you have the birds looking out down the road to just check for the traffic, and then you kind of getting them over the road all at once. And all of them are different creatures. So some of them will scuttle across. The snake kind of sidewinds and moans about how the stones hurt its underbelly and whatever. But they do eventually manage to get over in one piece. But now they're all thirsty from travelling.
Well, before we get that. Toad.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's a toad, he's like knackered. He's an old toad. Yeah. Gets halfway across the road and he's like,
"Oh man."
He's like, "I'll be with you in a moment, laddies." And he just sits there for ages, and then a truck starts coming, and he just gives up. Doesn't he? Lies on his back.
He's like, "I'm done." Yeah, just keeps giving like penultimate phrases of, "I'm done for." Yeah, I'll see you in afterlife.
See you on the other side. And then the van actually stops.
Yeah.
And the man gets out like, "This is a curious thing."
Yeah.
What is going on here?
I didn't
It's like,
understand this
it's just
at
a
all.
frog, mate.
Yeah, like how we saw it. You know, like motorcyclists.
I don't know
are
if you've
wary.
ever sat in a truck as well.
Yeah.
They don't see much.
No, the cab is so high that, you know, like if you're on a motorbike, you're worried about trucks because you think he won't be able to see me.
Exactly.
But this keen-eyed driver saw an upturned toad from good half a mile away.
It's a curious thing. And he seems fairly okay, to be fair.
Yeah, seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, like a nice fellow, but the animals don't really care.
No, and then the owl just accosted him with its talons.
Ages like that would terrify me.
Yeah.
It's attacking him, and then Fox goes and picks him up, doesn't he? And carries him back,
yanks him over.
save him.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a good day for that guy. He was
just trying to figure out what this curiously small thing on the road was.
Just trying to drop off a delivery of boots or wherever it was he was headed, and then owl just taking him down. And I don't think you see what happens afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and say he's dead.
Yeah, he's died. That truck just sits there. Undelivered.
And that's it. And we'll know they never find out.
Farthing.
It's a dark tale.
You stole their home.
And now they're going to steal your life. Revenge is a dish best served toad.
Roadkill.
But I mean, that is speculation, but that definitely is what happened.
Yeah, 100%.
And so now they've managed to get over the road. A lot of them having to run at full speed over the tarmac. They're all very thirsty,
super thirsty.
Yeah, and they need somewhere to grab a drink. But I mean,
the newts as well. The newts have got
like
there's 3 newts, two adults and a baby. And the baby's dying.
The basic, it's on its last legs.
Yeah,
definitely.
It needs water.
But luckily, I mean, as far as they're concerned, they're dead in the water, or not in the water.
No,
because
dead on land.
Dead on land. They're dead dry.
Roadkill.
But Owl is luckily like, well, there's water like 2 minutes away or whatever, so I don't know why
he's on lookout for water, isn't he?
Yeah. And so they find what seems to be family's swimming pool and all head over there, and they have a bit of a jolly time in the pool. There's a lot of shenanigans.
It's still a bit tense. There's like an overlying tension because like Fox is constantly like, be quiet, stop it.
Because the family's in the house.
Yeah.
And they're wary that they're going to come out. So they all manage to get a drink one way or another. But then the mice, I think it is, or the rabbits, isn't it? They make a lot of noise.
They start faffing around on this lilo.
Yeah, and then
a
light goes on in the
Toad's
house.
having the time of his life.
Yeah.
Come on, lad.
Yeah.
Jump yourself in.
I'll show you backflip. Doggy paddle.
Yeah.
And then a light goes on in the house, and it's like, oh no, the humans have heard us. And then more lights go on.
Yeah,
it's like they go around the entire house, turning on all the lights for some reason, because they've heard the whimpers of the rabbits.
Yeah.
And then their cat starts to make its way outside through the cat flap.
Yeah, he's a fat cat, and he's sort of halfway through the flap the whole time. Yeah. Staring at him.
Meanwhile, Fox is telling everyone to get out of the way, because go and run away. You know, we've done it now. And then he eventually just slaps the flap back onto the
just whacks him.
That's a shining moment. Yeah. And they all managed to get away safe, luckily. And then I think that's pretty much...
Yeah, it's sort of like to be continued, isn't it?
There's still... Yeah, they make their way over to another field. And then as the camera pans away, and you see that there's like a sign,
like a skull and crossbones,
and then like
sign,
it's like a minefield or
danger.
Because it's basically army testing grounds. And they've basically just walked into something more terrible than they left. So,
but they don't know. They just don't know.
And that's the Animals of Farthing Wood.
End of episode 2. Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Okay, so Animals of Farthing Wood. Do you remember the theme tune? Oh yeah. Animals of Farthing Wood. Animals of Farthing Wood. Honey Farthing Wood. Yeah. Good. That's good theme tune. Actually, for such a crap theme tune.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's bad.
It's pretty crap. The voice acting lets it down, I think.
Yeah.
Like big time.
Yeah.
There's a lot. And you don't like. I was getting really annoyed with some of the characters.
Oh yeah, Weasel.
Weasel.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
As
say.
soon as I heard that, it was like the worst time of my life.
Like, are they known for laughing?
I don't know. I don't think they are.
But it was annoying.
Immediately.
Ada.
Yeah.
She was annoying.
She was annoying.
But it felt that at least felt like
It was trying to be.
she's almost a villain. Like,
yeah.
She's like that annoying character that just.
Yeah.
So that was okay, but.
Yeah. Abusive pheasant.
Yeah.
Likable.
what was all that
Yeah.
about?
Domestic violence pheasant.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. A lot. Even the little kids were very squeaky and like just.
Mole.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm Mole. I'm so pathetic.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Come on, Molly. It's not too bad.
Oh, it is. I don't even taste good.
It's just like that. Shut
Yeah,
up.
it did let it down a bit, but the story was quite enjoyable.
Yeah. It's got a good message as well.
Yeah, and it's cool. It did feel tense.
Yeah.
Felt a lot of tension in it.
Yeah.
That road crossing,
Oh,
and even like I say, when they were in the swimming pool, it was a bit like,
Yeah, Fox is always on.
You know, someone's gonna flip in. Oh,
yeah.
Just sitting there like I'm waiting for someone to ruin it.
Yeah.
Even when the newt's got that massive smile on his face as he jumps in.
Yeah. Because that's hilarious. His face when he looks back up and he's like,
big old grin, like ear to ear. Yeah.
So that hit home as well because when I was just a young boy on my way to primary school, I found a newt on the floor on the way to school one day. Yeah, and he was like writhing around, and obviously the sun had like taken it out of him.
Yeah.
And I took him to school to the pond to try and refresh him, chucked him in there, and he went down to the bottom just like the other newt. Yeah, but he never came back up again.
Oh, but they can stay underwater for ages.
But I don't think he ever moved ever again.
He died.
He didn't make it.
It's funny you should say that. I used to live. There used to be like this. It was like a swamp almost behind their house. It wasn't a swamp, but it was like a little pond, and it had newts in it. Yeah. And the newts were like endangered, so they did a. Sorry, they did like a whole excavation of the area.
Oh right.
To protect the newts.
Really?
But only got halfway through, tried it out, and then just never went back to it.
What? So they killed them?
I don't know. I assume so.
That's some mad science there.
Yeah.
Wow. That is straight out of Farthing.
That is. Yeah, that was pure Farthing wood. So who knows? I hope they're still there, but I don't think they are. I think they all died, and I think that was the most ridiculous thing. Yeah. Because they were all living there. They were fine. Yeah. In a natural reserve, basically.
And they came and disturbed it.
For what reason?
I know.
Just to say they were doing it.
Yeah.
Well, this is digressed a little bit from Farthing Wood,
but I mean,
it just shows you how
issues.
Relevant the animals of Farthing Wood is.
Yeah, real life experiences.
Real life experiences. Yeah. It does have a very good message.
It does. Yeah.
One that is still, if not more relevant today.
Oh yeah. Which
is sad. What is weird is that even though it is more relevant, we don't see as much of these kind of shows anymore. No. I'm sure we've said this before with like Captain Planet and stuff like that. But we don't, do we? Which makes you wonder, like,
what happened?
Why? Yeah, like basically, who's in charge now that's stopping that from happening?
That's it. Yeah, because I'm sure it's like the fact that this was on TV when we were little. Yeah, like that's the reason why more people are aware of it in the first place. Yeah, because that's the generation that's grown up with that idea in the back of their mind.
Especially like in this country. You ask anyone our age, they probably know what Animals of Farthing Wood is. Yeah. Like, even if they don't really remember it very well, they'll be like, oh, I do remember that, yeah. Yeah. But nothing like that now.
No.
Like, it's all like Mr. Bean and Mr. Magoo.
All the misters.
A lot of middle-aged to old men on CITV.
That's it. See. Strange thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Peppa Pig. Yeah. Maybe she deals with the environment in some way.
I feel like
they live in houses.
Yeah.
They don't live in the woods.
No. See, that's got it all wrong. That has.
They've actually, that it just shows you they've just got rid of the messages.
They don't know the trials and tribulations of trying to cross the road and get a drink from the swimming pool when you're not big enough. You're having to use
Yeah.
a fox as a bridge so
Yeah.
that you can get down and get your first drink of the day.
Yeah, they've no idea.
No.
The youth of tomorrow.
Pigs in glass houses.
So as the show progresses,
Mm.
goes on, the spoiler alert, I think they do eventually get to the nature reserve.
Yeah.
But obviously they're not the only animals there.
Yeah.
And as I remember, there was a lot of trouble with the other animals. It doesn't there end up being like a full on war?
I think so, yeah.
Like, is it a wolf or something?
Yeah.
Is there or something like that? Or
Yeah, definitely
maybe
some
another
more
fox.
feral animals, yeah.
Because I'm sure, doesn't he get like a wife and a kid?
Yeah,
The fox.
I'm sure something goes on. Like
And
they
then,
have
yeah.
a long and struggled life.
Yeah. And then he ends up like fighting with this grey fox or wolf or something.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah, so
it's not even the end of the journey. It's not even just get to the. It's a harrowing tale, really.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're into dark, harrowing cartoons,
Yeah,
maybe you get the DVD.
that's it. I think that there's always a comparison to like Watership Down as well.
Yeah,
isn't
it's there in that like
there?
lack of joy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely
The,
sapped of all goodness.
the British childhood seems to.
That's it. Every time you think of animals, you've got to think of grief.
Yeah,
The
well, it's
two.
true though, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
actually sadly
Yeah, that's
quite true at the
that's what
moment.
it's like living life in an urbanized environment. As a
Like now you have to watch like Blue Planet
yeah,
just to see it, but back then it was on all the cartoons.
yeah,
That's a shame, really.
yeah.
Isn't it?
It's weird how it's gone away. But like you say, those pulling the strings, they don't want you to learn.
No.
About, toads.
They're the people building the houses.
Exactly. And I'm sure there's a house being built near you, or many houses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think how many animals there are just trying to get by.
that's it.
Well, on that note, shall we do our ratings?
Yes.
Farthing wood, animals of Farthing wood. Is that it?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so now we're going to do our ratings, and here at Toon Jam, I'm sure many of you already know this, we have a 3-point rating system. Thumbs up, we found the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Thumbs down, I'm halfway across the road and I just can't go on. Shaky middle, what is that strange thing on the road? So that's thumbs up good, thumbs down bad, shaky middle, I'm on the fence, essentially.
Yeah.
So as always, let's start with you, Jay. What is your rating for The Animals of Farthing Wood, Episode 2, The Adventure / not that, The Journey Begins.
Yes, the adventure did also
The Adventures.
begun. I think story-wise, as we've covered, definitely good morals there.
Yeah.
It's a good perspective as well, because obviously we don't live as animals. I mean, some of us might, but most of us don't live fearily out. So it's nice to see, the world from a different perspective, and see, that traffic is not just something you have to press a button and, walk across the street with. It's like a terrifying endeavour.
Especially on country roads.
Exactly.
People bomb it down there.
That's it, yeah.
Again, that's a regional thing, but...
Yeah,
Whew.
Unregulated speeds.
Yes.
And yeah, even just something as simple as water, which we take for granted. When you're out in the wild, you need some sort of source.
You need a source of water.
Yeah.
These animals need to live.
And so from that perspective, I think it's really good. The bad things, I think, definitely the voices.
The voice acting is poor.
Irritating. I don't think many people were likable, really,
No.
just as a result of just the voices that they put on were just too much. Also, I think some of the characters in general were written to be irritating. So, like, for a thing that's trying to sort of, like, the general message is we all bond together to go, collectively on this one mission and try and, tackle just this enormous threat that we're doing. A lot of them, you'd be happy if they died.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's sending the wrong message.
Yeah.
We'd be better off if it was just Badger and Fox. That would have been a short episode.
Yeah.
They'd have got over the road, they'd have got to the water.
Yeah, and they
you know.
did unjustly attack that man who
Yeah.
was like
He was-
actually sound.
Yeah.
He stopped for a frog. Like that is
Yeah.
incredible.
That's it.
what
We
they
all
attacked
know
him.
that, you know, the raptors of the sky can cause great
Oh,
harm
boy.
to people.
Oh
So
boy.
you only need to watch a couple of documentaries to know that, some terror
See an
awaits.
owl, you go home.
That's it. Yeah. And,
But there might be one in your home. So
oh boy,
wear a helmet
that's it. At all times.
at all times. Never leave your helmet.
So because of this, I think for me it's going to remain a shaky middle.
Shaky middle.
As much as I'd like to give it the thumb up, I think there's a few conflicting things in there that just can't quite get on with it. And to be honest, I think because of the voices and stuff, I couldn't sit
Yeah.
and watch a lot of it, and I wasn't empathetic towards the characters that I probably should have been.
Yeah.
So yeah, sort that out for didn't want.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
what
I
about
mean-
you? What about you?
Yeah, the voices really hampered it.
Mhm.
Like really did, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Because everything else I did enjoy. I mean, the animation wasn't
it's not fantastic.
amazing. It
No.
wasn't bad, but it was,
It looks tired now, doesn't it?
yeah, it's dated, definitely. But the story was really good. Maybe, I don't know, you got to think maybe just read the books.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I did really enjoy the story and I like the message,
Mm.
like you say. And it was so tense. I love the
Yeah.
tension in it. It felt like this is what, in a way, The Walking Dead ripped off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there's people, this group banded together that don't get on, and they've got to make their way across all these dangers.
Yeah.
And the people are like zombies, like
Yeah.
ruining everything.
That's it.
And then just that bit at the end where it was like this skull and crossbow, I was
Yeah.
just like,
Oh,
oh
no.
boy, I'm hooked. So I'm going to be a thumbs up.
Oh.
I really quite enjoyed it. And I remember as a kid not being a huge fan,
Yeah.
probably because it was so
Yeah.
doom and gloom.
Yeah, it is very much
But yeah, no, I'm a thumbs up.
intense.
I would like to watch some more Animals of Farthing Wood, but preferably I'd have to do it in short bouts just because of the accents, I think,
Yeah,
and the voices, which is a shame.
It is a shame.
So thumbs up, a shaky middle.
Yeah. That's not
It
bad.
would be quite good if they did a new one, like a remade it,
Yeah.
because like we say, the animation
Could do with
could do
dressing up.
reworking,
Yeah.
and the voice acting
Get rid of those other
could be
people.
addressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it would be,
That's it. With a message that can still say pretty much the same,
yeah,
because we're still we haven't remedied what
no,
what it was talking about.
no. So it time to bring it back.
That's it.
You know,
Yeah. Reboot.
if anything needs a reboot, it's the Animals of Farthing Wood,
That's it.
and maybe reboot.
Yeah. That also. Yeah. I mean, it's in the title.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, actually, Netflix did that. We covered that,
Yeah.
and that was sad.
Yeah. We don't.
But Animals of Farthing Wood, yes. So a thumbs up, a shaky middle. That's a pretty good score.
That's a good result. Yeah.
Yeah. So well done, Animals of Farthing Wood. That was a good week. And thank you at home for tuning in once again to Toon Jam. I hope you enjoyed our episode on Animals of Farthing Wood. I'm just enjoying saying it
Yeah.
more than anything. But if you like what you heard, it would do us a huge favour by... That's not real English. You can do us a huge favour by going on to whatever you listen to it on. Rate, review us, and share your thoughts. It really helps us out.
It does.
We also have a Patreon for if you want to get some extra episodes.
Yeah.
And if you want to catch up on old episodes, you can find them on YouTube as well.
That's right.
We've got them all on YouTube, Toon Jam Pod. And you can also find us on the three bulldozers of the internet, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, also at Toon Jam Pod. So if you've got anything you want to say to us, any recommendations or anything, we're on there. and we will eventually get back to you, no doubt. When we're on there. So until next time, all I can say is stay jammy.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam. And if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'd be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.